Hey Prime drivers, what is up? I am Matt Hancock, your DHF coordinator, alongside with, I'll let you introduce yourself here.
Rachel Dreyer, I'm the dietitian.
Thank you, Rachel. Today, we are going to go over your enrollment and orientation for your Fit in 15 program. So I know in the past, for those of you that are familiar with what the old 13-week program was, you did that, came in the terminal, and we wanted to make this so it's not an in-person orientation. So we're going to record this video, and this is going to have all you need to know for how the program is going to flow, for how things work week to week, for how to navigate through our programs. And so we're going to go over that whole list right now. And so first off, I want to welcome you to our Fit in 15 program. And I'm really thrilled that you are the first group in this new website format to take part in the program. It's going to be drastically better and different than it has been in the past, but we're really excited about it. And so we're first going to go over what is Fit in 15. So Fit in 15 is a 15-week, 15-minute per day weight control program. Now, we say weight control, some might think of that as weight loss as well, but really what it is we want to teach you easy, sustainable ways to lose weight on the road or to get healthier through nutrition strategies, exercise videos, and accountability. And so through this program, we're going to go through 15 weeks of exercise videos. And so for the first phase of this program, you're going to have 3 exercise videos per week. And that's going to be first 4 weeks. After that, you're going to see you have phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. And so the first phase is 4 weeks. Second phase is 4 weeks. Third phase is 4 weeks, and then the fourth phase is 3 weeks. And what this is we break it up like this because your exercise videos get a little bit harder as the program goes along. Every exercise video we do and every exercise day we do is going to be 15 minutes or less, and we give you the option of 3 different ways. So we give you the option of an in-truck exercise video, an out-of-truck exercise video, and then what we call an exercise of the day. And these exercise of the day videos are going to be short, sweet, and 2 to 4 minutes long in case you're really strapped for time. Very beginner-based exercise routine. So if you've been exercising for years and you're bench pressing, deadlifting, squatting, all this weight and everything, then these workouts are going to be good for you nonetheless, but it's really based for beginners that are just starting out to learn the proper movement patterns. And you'll have myself, Rachel, and Matt, our trainer in Salt Lake City, taking you through these exercise routines in kind of a follow-along format. One of the things I would say about that too, now that we're talking about exercise, is I do recommend getting some sort of a tripod. Right now we're filming with a tripod, and it's just an Amazon one that we got for $20 off Amazon, and you can get the same thing. And what it's good for is really when you do exercise videos and you trying to follow along with them inside or outside your truck, it's easy because you could set your phone up and then just follow along with it instead of holding it somewhere and placing it somewhere else. And we know space is limited, so it is good to check into that. So maybe think about that as we start off this program. And next, I'm going to pass it off to Rachel, and she's going to go over the release dates of each phase, and so kind of what it looks like, and then kind of a timeline here to keep you on track.
Okay, so the first week whenever you get in, so that is going to be February 1st through the 6th. That is kind of a little bit of an enrollment and orientation period. It also gives other people who maybe haven't heard about the program or who haven't been able to join yet time to join. So your actual phase 1, your workouts, your nutrition stuff, all of that actually starts on February 7th. So that is a 4-week long phase. Phase 2 is also going to be 4 weeks. Phase 3 is 4 weeks. And then phase 4, your last phase of the program, is 3 weeks. You cannot move on to phase 2 until you finish phase 1. So again, it starts February 7th and it goes 4 weeks.
The big thing to know about that, let me get the mic here. So the big thing to know about that is, so for this, we have 4 phases, like we said, but there is also a period at the beginning of the program from the 1st to the 6th, and you might have mentioned this, I can't remember.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so I blacked out apparently. So she mentioned you have the 1st through the 6th next week, according to where we're filming this, to do the enrollment orientation. So really just a handful of videos to go through to explain the program, how to use the various features, things like that. It's all pretty self-explanatory. You just click through, and we're actually going to show you how to do that as well here in a second, so stay tuned for that. But everybody wants to know kind of, what the prizes are for the program, and so I'm going to go over that as well. So for the program, we have various things not only to keep you engaged through the program, but we also have things for highest weight percentage lost, things like that. So through the program, we calculate your weight lost as a percentage. So this means that we're going to have each week, you're going to check in your weight through a check-in form. And once you do, you're going to put your starting weight in, what you started the program with. You're going to then have your current weight. So that current weight is going to be what you weighed in the last 24 hours. And then that's going to automatically create a percentage of weight lost. And that percentage of weight lost is what's going to go into your leaderboard each week. So we have 4 categories that you're going to log your weight through. So we have 100 to 199 pounds, 200 to 299 pounds, 300 to 399 pounds, and then 400 plus. So what this means is you're going to be competing against people in your weight category to see who can lose the highest percentage of weight possible through this program. But the caveat to that is we recommend shooting for 6 to 10% of your body weight lost per this program. If you're looking at the best, one of the most I call it like the magical biomarker is 10%. 10% is a great goal to shoot for through this program, because that is the point where a lot of chronic diseases start to lessen as far as risk factors go. And it's an attainable goal over 15 weeks that's sustainable. We don't want you losing a ton of weight right at the start of the program and then you just hit a plateau, or you lose 100 pounds through this program and then maybe afterwards you gain it all back. We want you to keep it off, and this is a strategy and this is a healthy marker to hit to do that. So through this, you're going to log your weight into that leaderboard each week per your category, and then we're going to have leaderboard links through the program you'll be able to check out. And the prizes for that, and then also, forgot to say too, we also have points. So there's points in this program for everything that you do. So throughout this program, you're going to watch exercise videos, you're going to watch nutrition content that Rachel put together, you're going to have all of these things you do, and you're going to get automatic points for doing each of them that are just going to automatically go to your account, and they're going to be called Fit in 15 points that you'll actually see in your account and in your profile. And so we're going to also have prizes for that as well, because when you're watching videos, when you're going through our content, that means you're engaged, and that's what we want. We want not only people to be rewarded for losing weight, we want to reward you for staying engaged throughout the program. And so you're going to get points for everything, and then we're going to give prizes based on those points. So without further ado, drum roll please. No, we'll have to work on that one. Okay. No. So the grand prize award is going to be for the highest weight percentage lost overall from all weight categories. So there's one winner total of this. And if we have ties, we'll have to do some sort of a tiebreaker. But this is going to be your choice of the following. And we have a Peterbilt / semi-fridge from the company store, Power Blocks dumbbell and bench setup. And for those who don't know what they are, it's adjustable dumbbells and an exercise bench that are truck friendly. And then we have a collapsible bike from the company store as well. So that's kind of our grand prize for that driver that loses the greatest percentage of weight lost overall from the program. Second, we have a raffle for all drivers that lose 10% or more of their weight throughout the program. So first place, we're going to do a Fitbit watch. And second place, we'll do a $125 Eat Fit Go gift card. Eat Fit Go is a prepackaged meal place, and so you can buy them. They're very truck friendly, and they take 2 to 2.5 minutes to heat up. And you can order them online, or they're all over the U.S. So great, healthy options for easy to bake foods while you're on the road. Third place will be a $100 Instacart gift card. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Instacart, it's a great way to order groceries, maybe when you're in the middle of nowhere, and have them delivered right to your truck. I know a lot of drivers that use this when they're at truck stops or maybe at a gas station or a shipper or receiver, and then someone delivers your groceries to your truck. So that is the third place for the raffle for all drivers that lose 10% or more weight through the program. And we also have end of phase prizes. So Rachel and I talked about phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have end of phase prizes for the most weight lost as a percentage for each specific phase. So first place for that is going to be one of our reliable Ironman Tanita scales. And so a scale that tells us everything. It's about a $200 value. They're great and they're very easily accessible on the road, and it'd be something awesome to use in this program if you win it. So this phase 2 first place is going to be a Bluetooth sleep tracker from Withings, a company that specializes in trucker-friendly sleep trackers and activity trackers. Phase 3 first place is going to be a Bluetooth scale from Withings, so something that you can kind of hook up to a link on your phone and then track everything through an app they have. Very awesome scale. And then phase 4 first place is going to be a Bluetooth blood pressure monitor from Withings. We know that blood pressure, hypertension, all of that is extremely important when you look at drivers and passing DOT physicals and everything that you eat on the road, nutritionally, caffeine, it's all going to affect that blood pressure. So we want to make sure that if you want it, you can monitor it. And so that's another thing we're giving away too. Lastly, we have a category for top overall points winners. And so like I said, you get points for everything you do. And those points are going to keep you in the most engaged category. And so the top 10 most engaged drivers as far as their points totals go, the first place is going to get the choice of a Galan's 3-in-1 cooker. So those cookers that are truck friendly, that are going to be your convection oven, your air fryer, your microwave, or an Instapot, both with a list of dietitian approved truck friendly recipes from our very own DHF dietitian Rachel. That's you. Yeah. Second place is going to be a set of Fitcord X over bands. These are going to be some really great resistance bands. I actually use them at home in my garage gym, and they're fantastic. They have a sheath on the outside that prevents tearing, and so they're way more sturdy. And we're actually going to get these in the company store in the future, so you can also buy them there. But they're $100 value, and so we want to give those away as well. And third place is going to be a DHF Swag Pack, so DHF t-shirt, water bottle, $50 in Prime Rewards, just some health-friendly things there from our company store and from Prime Rewards. And man, that's a lot of prizes. So if you're not motivated to lose weight by now, then we'll work on that throughout the program. But you'll have some prizes you can win. And then also, Rachel, I think you're going to take them through kind of the program's topics and lessons, right?
Yes. Okay, so as you're going through each phase, your topics and lessons, they do change around a little bit. So what we're going to do is actually go through the program on our phone. And so turn up your volume for that, and you can see how we're actually going through the program, so you're a little bit more familiar with how you get through the lessons.
We're going to go through that right now.
Okay, so let me show you starting in the enrollment period. So we're in the enrollment period, we're on that first page. If you go over to that drop down menu, you can kind of expand this, whatever phase you want to expand. We're going to click that first one there. And as you're going through, an area, you want to, fill everything out. Like for this instance, we want to fill out this HIPAA form so that we don't get in trouble for capturing your information, that you're okay with that. Once you're done, you hit mark complete, and it will bump you over to the next topic. If you don't hit mark complete, it's going to show that you're not totally done with the lesson. So on this one, we kind of scroll through there. It's your equipment needed for nutrition and exercise. Same thing, you read it, you hit mark complete, it jumps you over to the next little area, talking about our Zoom call on Wednesdays. And then your before pictures, and those are a great way to see that you are progressing, because weight is not the best measurement of health. Having better energy, you're having your joints feel better, having your clothes fit better, that's a much better indicator of health. And we do want to make sure we get a baseline assessment. It's really valuable information for us. Something that's really important for me is to know that if you have any underlying conditions like blood pressure issues or blood sugar issues, diabetes, things like that, I really need to know that in our nutrition calls. It's also really, really important for the trainers to know if you have any, physical limitations or conditions. So anytime you're trying to submit a form or, fill something out, you just hit submit and then you hit mark complete and it brings you over the next section. Let's go into phase 1 a little bit. So phase 1, if we expand that, you've got the first thing there is the Outlook. If you notice over there, the check marks I have are blue, so that means I've completed them. You click under every Outlook video for your nutrition info. I sometimes have a goal underneath the Outlooks. The first goal I have for you is sugary beverages. We're trying to get those replaced with other options. But if we click into that week 1 nutrition button, this is what it brings you to. It's going to bring you to a different page. It's got all this info on there. Every video that you watch will get you points. So a guide for MyFitnessPal. There's also instructions on how to make DHF your friend on MyFitnessPal so we can see your stuff. Let's go down to one I haven't completed, so one without a blue check mark. Week 3 Outlook. So you watch that video for the Outlook, click for your nutrition goals. It will bring you down to the other page. Once you've finished watching the videos and getting the information you need off of that page, you'll just hit the back button on your phone. Oh, and for all the things on here, different things like that I just popped up, you can save that to your phone as a picture. So for future reference, so you hit that back button, you'll get back to this page, hit mark complete. So during your days, you basically have your workouts in those day topics. Okay, so as you're going through, if you watch those videos and do them, you get points. And then once you're done with that day, you hit mark complete and it will get you to the next day. Here's your week 3 weight check-in. So you will click into your category of weight and it will open up a new tab where you put in your weight. And then after that, once you've got that put in there, then you can go into the leaderboard and look at that. So you get your weight put in there and then you hit mark complete and it brings you to that leaderboard where you can check on yourself and where you're standing against other people. And that should be the end of phase 3. Once you hit mark complete, you're totally done. Week 3. You're done with week 3 and bring you on to week 4. Okay, so we do want you to be engaged and to do some things in our program every week. So for me, from my side, what I've put together for you is in phase 1 that starts on February 7th. I want you to start learning how to cook in your truck, even if it's as simple as, just doing a snack in your truck, buying some groceries, getting some snacks together, maybe just doing a first meal like a breakfast or a lunch, something easy. Everything I have in there is super easy, either no cook meals or just only using a microwave to cook them. So I want you to start, trying to get into that. In phase 1, I also would like you to focus on really working on cutting out those sugary beverages or calorie containing beverages. I also want you as the weeks goes on, let's say week 1, you haven't bought your groceries, that's totally fine. Just work on using some of the eating out tips and doing the snack ideas that I give you in truck stop videos, so that you can kind of make a little bit better choices when you aren't cooking in the truck. And then for week 2, 3, 4, really trying to cook at least 1 meal a day in your truck. And then as you're going on through the phases, phase 2 and 3, I really start focusing on trying to do a little bit more in your truck. Obviously we can keep falling back on trying to follow those eating out tips if you are eating out, or getting things from the truck stop that do make a little bit more balanced choices. But I do want you to kind of start planning your weeks. Phase 4, really put it on you to plan your meals week to week. So using all the tools that I already gave you, but you're just, putting into action where you are planning it so that you can hopefully take those habits and use them in the future so that you can actually maintain maybe the weight loss that you had, or you can maintain just, those healthier habits and maintain a little bit better health. So for that, the equipment that you need for, my side of things for the nutrition, we definitely need a microwave. We definitely want a fridge if at all possible. It's really helpful to have some type of like container, to cook in. So whether that is reusable plates and bowls or like meal prep containers, I really like the glass kind, or just paper plates and bowls. That's totally fine. Also want some, if you're using reusable, just standard bowls and things like that, you also do need some type of wipe to clean those out, unless you already have a system down for cleaning dishes with water and soap like normal. So get some of those wipes. There's a couple food safe wipes that are on Amazon. I think one of the brands is Eat Cleaner. Other than that, I have a grocery list for each week, so just follow those. And I sometimes do recommend parchment paper because it does make for easier cleanup. But that's pretty much all you need from my side.
I'd like to vouch for the recipes we're making in this too, because Rachel's been making a lot of them in our office for her videos, and I've been eating a lot of them. So I've probably gained weight by eating them. Just kidding. They're actually healthy recipes, and they're really good. And so we recommend using those throughout the weeks to follow in this program. And I would say too, in the exercise portion of things, although myself, Rachel, and Matt out in Salt Lake have put the exercise videos together, we made it really simple, right? We don't want you to have to go buy anything, any dumbbells, anything like that. So the only thing you'll need is your body. So check on that one. You each have one of those. And a resistance band like this, or if you have the ones with handles on them too, those are going to be good too. We use these after the first phase, so like after the first 4 weeks, we'll get into using just one of these, and I'll show you how to do things inside and outside your truck. Highly valuable, very storage-friendly piece of equipment that costs $10. You can get them at Walmart, Amazon, anywhere like that. Besides that, for the exercise things, the only thing you really need besides that, and this is kind of a given for a weight loss program, right, is like some sort of a scale, obviously. But this one is like the old Tanita scale that we had for like the 13-week program. It's a little bit overkill for what we're going to do. You don't really need like body water percentage, visceral fat percentage. We're not going to use anything besides your weight. So you might just kind of get a scale that, $50, $75 range. If you're looking at some on Amazon, most of those are going to be okay. You might just want to make sure that it holds the proper weight if you weigh a little bit more. Besides that, though, the big thing with your scale each week is the surface you weigh on. I recommend doing it maybe in the shower or a truck stop, because that's going to be a hard surface. If you weigh in your truck, make sure it's a hard surface underneath it. So we have carpet in the DHF office. Let me see if I can lift this up with one hand. Oh, and we have this huge, massive piece of wood that was here for many years ago, and we use this underneath it. And so if you need to go to Home Depot, Lowe's, if you want to weigh inside your truck, if it makes you more comfortable, that's totally fine. But just get a piece of wood or something to put underneath it. That way you can keep your weight more accurate. Otherwise, it's going to be really off if you're on a spongy surface. That is really all you need. Of course, we recommend like a water bottle, but you don't really have to change clothes or to really make any huge adjustments for our exercise routines. Each week, kind of your to-do list each week is going to be laid out throughout the program, and we'll have 3 exercise days for the first 4 weeks. We want to break you in nice and easy, and we don't want you to be doing a crazy ton of exercise and then burn yourself out. So 15 minutes, 3 days per week is kind of the minimum we recommend those first 4 weeks, but we recommend that if you also feel like you can do more, to walk more, to do more of our exercise videos, to maybe duplicate them and do them several times, that's totally fine as well. But they're 15 minutes or less, 3 days a week for the first 4 weeks, and then we go to 5 days a week for the rest of the program. And so that'll give you a chance to get your heart rate pumping, cardiovascular functions better, and to lose some weight from those exercise videos when you couple them with the nutrition strategies that Rachel gave you. Now, next, we also want you to be able to be familiar with our new website features. So that means we have a new scheduler that's going to be something that you schedule your health coaching calls through, your nutrition counseling calls through. So you might hear that referred to as Bookly throughout this program. So if you want to learn how to schedule your nutrition counseling calls when they come up, your health coaching calls when they come up, or maybe learn how to schedule a time to talk to us in DHF, and really for any of the website functions we have in this new website, then I recommend, if you ever want to just reference this, go to the main page of the website, and then there's a first time here little button at the top of the page. Click on that, and that's going to take you through all the videos that we created going through all of the new website features to teach you how to use them. And it's really a great resource to use if you're unfamiliar with a new website, which all of you are going to be right when you start out. And then, let's see here. And next, Rachel's going to talk a little bit about accountability within our new website, which is going to be some great features she'll go over.
Okay, so I think with health and health habits, that's probably the biggest thing that everyone struggles with is just, motivation and sticking with those habits. So we have a lot of different accountability kind of features built in so that hopefully we can kind of keep you on track, keep you motivated, have a little touching point there. So accountability calls that we have built in are called health coaching calls. So what that is a call with someone on the DHF team, and you will schedule that through Bookly. And I think there's about 4 or 5 of them in the program. So they're kind of just spread out throughout the program. And as you're going through, if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you're running into barriers into getting a workout in, or you're running into barriers into, doing the recipe videos, then that's definitely something to discuss in the call. And we can try to brainstorm with you and figure out some options. We also have some nutrition counseling calls. Those are going to be with me. So if you feel like you need extra help on the nutrition side, especially if you have any type of chronic disease, like if you're dealing with pre-diabetic, or, just actual diabetes or high blood pressure or cholesterol issues, any of those, even things like food allergies, things like that, then that's definitely something we would want to talk about in our nutrition call. And we can just kind of get you a little bit more individualized plan in that. We also have weekly group calls. So those are going to be through Zoom. And they are at 3 to 3:30 on Wednesdays, correct?
Central Standard Time.
So that's where, the other 2 that I mentioned before, the health coaching calls and the nutrition counseling, that's with the DHF team. The group calls is with all of the drivers, so you guys can get, feedback from each other. So you can actually see what's working for each other on the road. And then we also have those weekly weigh-ins. So every week you do have to weigh in and you see where you stack up on that leaderboard. So that's also just another way to just see where you are landing within the group. I think that's everything.
Yeah. Awesome summary on that stuff. I'm going to add a couple details to this. So if you're looking for, the weekly group accountability calls, like Rachel said, over Zoom, they're going to be listed throughout the program in various places each week, and you'll have clickable links to those. And what you'll have to do is just click that link, and obviously it's only going to work from Wednesdays 3 to 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for those group accountability calls on Zoom. And once you click the link, you'll just enter the passcode, which is all uppercase DHF, and that's listed as well as all the details throughout the program as well. But accountability is huge, and we put everything we can in here to really keep you on track with those health coaching calls, with Zoom group video calls. We'll also be reaching out through Prime mobile app messages through the program. That'll be the majority of the ways we reach out to you is going to be through email, through just updates and frequent messaging, but also through that Prime mobile app. And so that's going to be the way that we can reach out throughout the program, keep you on track, and to really help you reach your goals. And we wanted to personalize it, and that's why we put in those video calls, the Zoom, the face-to-face, just kind of making it a real interactive program for you to do. Something else to keep you accountable throughout the program is that each weekly weigh-in each week, it's going to be you take your weight on the scale, and then you actually have to take a picture of the scale as well. We wanted to not only keep you accountable, but to keep this competition honest as well, since there are a lot of prizes in it. And so through that, each week, you'll just take a picture of it, you'll upload it to the form through your phone, and that'll be an easy way to not only keep yourself accountable, but to stay on track throughout the program as well. So that has been a short and brief orientation over all the capabilities of this program, kind of a week-to-week outlook of this program. But don't worry really if you can't remember everything. Use this video as a resource as you go through the program if you have questions, anything like that. So as you go through this video, use it as a reference and, kind of look back on it to see if you have any questions about anything. We're always here for you too in DHF. You can reach us by email, dhf@primeinc.com. Our phone numbers are listed throughout the site and throughout this program as well. But the easiest way, and the way that we're kind of trending towards in the future, is to create an appointment with us through that new scheduling thing called Bookly that's going to be listed all over this new program. That's going to help us keep you on a schedule, and it really helps us keep our schedules aligned so we can make sure we're helping all of our drivers equally. And so really figure out how to use that new scheduling system and use it throughout the program when you need help, when you have questions, and we'll make sure to help you out as best as we can through that. But we're really excited that you've decided to join this Fit in 15 program. We're really thrilled about getting this new website launched and getting this new program launched. And we'll have more programs in the future for various things you're facing out on the road, and this is the first of many that we'll be able to help you out with. So we hope you enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon.